Would you like some oxygen with your water there, little Goldilocks? Yes! I was watching Mainmeister's video yesterday on CABAL. I bet this will get a copyright strike for living on video because it's a very similar theme. Good morning, Amiga, who always looks like you got bed hair. Bed hair, yes. So this is another one of these, you know, different game in the UK and USA for the C64. Now, the arcade game, CABAL, excuse me, first coffee of the morning, always a bastard, and this is the first roll up. Got to wet the old whistle a bit in it for my genius commentary to come out. Oh bloody hell, that coffee's a bit hot. Right. So as I was saying, the original arcade game has got fucking shit graphics. It looks like a game from fucking Anko or something. What was that game they did, that Operation Wolf knockoff? Was it Butcher Hill or something like that? That's what the arcade version looks like. It looks like a fucking 16 colour game. And yet, you know, it's a 128 colour motherboard as far as I know. Unlimited lives, hang on, we've got to use joystick. Oh, port 2, we must have been playing some classic cartridge games there yesterday. Who knows, sir? So after spending about 15 minutes and creating an arcade perfect version for the Amiga, graphically, I've done all 6 levels and using extra half bright mode, and considering there's no scrolling and there's bugger all sprites going on, you could easily do, especially looking at the quality of the original conversion. Is this loading? SD to IEC says yes. Litter tray says smell. Well, actually not yet. Well, it's still loaded apparently. There we go. Mr. Bean wrote this game. David Bean. Well, that was unexpected. So this is an arcade game that, as far as I know, is like you've got the guns on there. I think the sound of the wood pellets in the litter tray is adding atmosphere. You feel like you're crunching on the gravel path there, don't you? Virtual reality with Mad Commodore. Well, I didn't know you could blow up that thing. Ooh. Yeah, it's not exactly Beachhead trying to shoot this airplane. So yes, again, we've got fucking arcade conversion frenzy with this game. I want to blow up the Portaloo, come on man. There could be an enemy soldier in there having a shit. Come on, let me blow it up, you cocksucker. So I can blow that up, but not that up. Oh, what a bastard. So I'm not being rude, and when people say that, they are actually being rude. But you could probably write this in Laser Basic because there's no scrolling. You know, this is sort of like, technically, this is 1982 C64 programming quality. How do you fire the bombs? I collected some bombs there and what the hell's going on? So yeah, that's a problem with this game. And now, I'll be honest, I had a lot of problems getting this game, well, the arcade game, down to 16 colours for the ST. And that's because the colours they use, they're very close to each other. A bit like Alien Syndrome, there's a lot of pastel colours going on. So, you know what, I mean, it is what it is really. I mean, it don't look that great. I don't think Operation Wolf probably plays any better. My mate Eddie, he used to love Operation Wolf. He got that for his Amiga straight away. Possibly in the post on a few blank discs or something. I don't know how you fire the grenades. I've seen other people use them, so we got rapid fire on. That makes no difference really. So they are using high-res overlays. And your sprite is actually alright. The helicopters look shit. The tank looks alright. It's really the background graphics. They've gone fucking crazy with the, the dithering. Of course the roll-up's gonna go out. You're fighting a war-mad Commodore. So these games are really all about the graphics. And so they probably should have hired someone with a bit of talent to do the graphics. But like I say, they've used the graphics of your bloke alright. I think that's a high-res overlay. If he stops flashing, I might be able to tell you. Yeah, it is. They don't look that blocky. I mean, the trucks and the planes look blocky. It's just a rubbish arcade game. And there was no need for this to be on the system, except, by the late 80s, if you released a game and it was remotely like an arcade game, then what the fuck is that? It looks like a condom full of fucking lemonade. What the fuck? These graphics are shit. And that was all level 1. Ooh, bloody hell. Just about. I don't know if you could pause this game, but seeing as there's no time limit, so again the sand is grey, possibly pink and yellow. The water's alright, I suppose. Really, there's no talent with the background graphics. It's got the bomb jack syndrome. So, the sprite's alright if you actually change the background graphics. Might be alright. Die already, man, for fuck's sake. Be like the millennial cocksuckers spreading the coronavirus everywhere. Oh, and their idiot fucking offspring who are now at university. Yeah, good one, mate. You've spread the shit out of the virus. Great. Fucking cocksuckers. And before you're wondering, what I call a millennial is someone who was born in the late 80s. Someone who hit puberty. So they'll be 30 something now. They hit puberty in the year 2001, so yeah. I think he's crashed. Oh, hang on, he did say something about the red light will flash when the level's loaded or something. But, that's the thing with these graphics, it's hard to tell if they're actually corrupt or not. But I do believe that the top row is actually corrupt there, something funny going on. Yeah, I think I've seen enough. This is definitely an advert for you know, all the fucking arguments against the copyright Nazis. Just let people write decent games on the C64, for fuck's sake, man. Now, I can't be bothered to turn the camera off, so bad news. This C64 seems to be taking an extra second or half second longer now to come on, because the SCART input label, the green icon on the TV, disappears before the C64 boot screen comes up. So good thing then that I've got about 50 fucking C64 compatible computers in the house then, isn't it? I'm trying to work out, I've got machines that I bought as working. I've got one Commodore 128, 3 Commodore 128Ds, 5 SX64s, and probably over 30, if not 40, combinations of C64 and 64C. Oh man, these breakfast roll-ups, they keep going out because the tobacco is still too fresh. So Ocean's version does look a bit less shit on the backgrounds. Got to be careful with the change in the weather, man. Fly too close to a supernova, that'll end your trip real quick. Actually, speaking of space stuff, I was watching the Babylon 5 movie, A Call to Arms. Why? Yeah, it's a good question. Because someone said the other day, I can't remember if it was in the quiz live stream or the Spectrum live stream, they said Crusade is shit or something. And like, what were they thinking? I think I was saying Caprica was the biggest cock up ever for Battlestar Galactica. Oof, the Cylon intelligence comes from a fucking little teenage fucking idiot. Great. Talk about ruin that one. But apparently A Call to Arms actually sets up the story for Crusade. And it tells you where the Excalibur comes from. I presume this is depacking. Bloody hope so. That was the thing. What's that geezer's name? He was in Office Space. He was like the manager in Office Space. He plays Matthew Gideon. What is it with biblical fucking names in sci-fi? Make up your own fucking religion, mate, like Star Wars. Yes. This is probably better than the music on the arcade, I reckon. Sounds like Jonathan Dunn, actually. The percussion SID instruments, they're very much hit. And actually that's one thing that puts the SID chip apart. There are some tunes or short melodies and you wouldn't know they're on a SID, and they're not even using samples. Oh, I was wrong, look, music by Keith Tinman. I wonder what else he's done then. So spacebar for grenade commando style. Okay, minus a billion points for fucking making me wait after pressing the fire button. What is it? Fucking Windows. If I want delayed response to my controller input, I'd use my Windows computer, innit? So, I generally think, although this looks nothing like the arcade, because famously it's a pink house in the arcade version, you know what, I'm going to go with, I want music on. Alright, so you can switch the sound effects on or off. That was probably someone who was involved in this game was a parent and thought, well, for fuck's sake, put a key in there so I can turn that off. Man, I feel sorry for parents in the 80s. So they actually have sprites in the border now, so we have to zoom that out a bit. So your gunshots sound like military drums, but the background graphics, they don't look like digital puke, so there's that. And the control method is much smoother. I mean, these games are never going to be, that playable with a joystick, but I'll be interested to see now what Operation Wolf is like. Let's face it, Operation Wolf on the C64, if it was done right, would mean you don't really need another game like this. That's the thing with 8-bit games, if you have two games that play similarly, what's the point? The graphics, they're not going to be that different. I mean, obviously in the case of this game, the American version is shit. A bit like American cars in the 80s, just fucking looks horrible. I don't think there was a single decent car in America in the 80s, possibly even in the 90s. I mean, at least, the ones in the 70s look nice. And, the engine technology wasn't like 2 decades behind. So he looks like Babu Bubblebutt from Seinfeld, the one with the Dream Cafe. Yeah, that one. He's been in a few things, that geezer. I actually quite like him, he's quite funny. Not as funny as Omid the Jalili, but I have to say that because I look like Omid the Jalili, really. So, the graphics on the soldiers you shoot are nice, the controller input is nice, and the background graphics are less shit than the other one. They're alright. I wouldn't say they're brilliant or anything. I mean, it's not like I'd look at these graphics and say, wow, this is Bob Stevenson or Stephen Day or Doc. No, they're not that good. But they're not bad. But again, the sprites are better than the backgrounds. I don't know what it is with the C64 and so many games having terrible backgrounds and okay sprites. But yeah, the ST version, I've really struggled to get that down to 16 colours and look like the arcade machine. Actually, this stupid Trinitron has chopped the top off the fucking border there. So that's not my camera. And that's not the wrong size boxes that the camera's propped up on. That's absolutely fine. Took me ages to find these goddamn boxes that work. Yay! Look at that. I mean, it is what it is, really. I like the destructible things. So I'm a bit disappointed you couldn't destroy the the Portaloo cabin there on the other one. But well, we've got unlimited everything, so this is what their kids' option should have been like, just to keep the little shits quiet, innit? Yeah, when this game come out, I wasn't a little kid at all, mate. I was driving around in my XR3i look-alike. But the important thing is it was a Mark III Escort, not the hideous Mark IV. Now the Mark IV Escort looks like a Mark III Escort that's had like fucking, you know, 1,000 years of wind erosion going on there. So, I mean, he is like Operation Wolf, but without the scrolling left and right. Jesus Christ, how many shots they take? Yeah, we have to go full on Rambo now, innit? And then my people, why can't I shoot them? Medic! Alright, if you shoot their injured guy, you get their weapons, isn't it? Lovely! How many minutes we wasted on this bollocks? I can't tell. 22 minutes? No one's going to watch this. This looks like a Fisher Price bath time toy of a helicopter, which I don't think I had actually. I remember having a wind-up shark from the multi-ethnicity corner shop. I don't know how you're supposed to say it these days. And for fuck's sake, that's fuck off. There you go. So yeah, I mean, the Amiga version should have looked exactly the same as the arcade, but you know what? They didn't have fucking Paint Shop Pro, and they probably didn't have the original arcade graphics in a format that you could even load into Deluxe Paint. But that's their lack of negotiating skills. Actually, the sound effects are not that grating. I mean, I think your parents could put up with this. Unless you're one of those, you know, kids who had the volume up really loud on the TV. Until you got fucking smacked. I told you to turn it down. Psh! Ah! Yeah, that's what it's like in the 80s, mate. None of this. Now, Tarquin, you mustn't do that. That's why millennials are so fucking stupid now, and they've got no respect for anyone. Not only did their kids not fucking hit them, but they ran riot in the fucking school, stabbing the teachers as well. What fucking idiot thought it was a good idea to fucking pass that law? Fucking dumb shit. Now, obviously, I'm not telling you to beat the shit out of your kids. I'm talking like, you know, smack round the back of their head or pull in their ear or, yeah, no. If you have a naughty dog, right, and he shits on the floor, you're not gonna fucking, you know, waggle your finger at him and say, no, Snoopy, don't do that, because it don't work, and it don't work with kids either. Because we're the same fucking shit, mate. We're mammals. You have to be told off, and if the telling off don't work, you have to get a clip round the ear. And when I was a kid, a fucking local policeman walking the beat could give you a clip round the ear, never mind your fucking parents or the teacher. Didn't do me any harm, mate. I'm only disrespectful to fucking cocksuckers like the millennials. And they deserve it, that's different. I'm not disrespectful to everyone. It's a good thing no one watches my fucking videos, because there's some pretty dodgy comments there. But oh well. You know, if you want the clean family image, you know, suitable for your children to watch with you kind of YouTube videos, this is not my channel, never has been. Oh, we're actually approaching some graphics that are like, actually not that bad in the background. So, this is interesting. See, that one's not going to blow up because the tree's drawn over it, so minus 1 billion points for that. Oh, actually, oh no, mad Commodore, you fucked that one up, innit? Yeah, well, I'm no expert on this game. I've never even seen it in the arcade. I couldn't even tell you what the arcade machine looks like, so I've never even seen a picture of it, if I'm honest. I've seen what the Operation Wolf arcade cabinet looks like with the, you know, light gun version of the Uzi machine guns, or are they submachine guns? They're the small ones. The ones that the Terminator likes, them ones, innit? So actually, that's pretty good. I mean, we could be playing Bobby Charlton's Match Fishing at the moment, which I haven't tried yet. I think that was from Gremlin, or was it Alligator? I can't remember. Oh, there was another really offensive game called Flying Feathers, where you shoot the birds. Fuck you, mate. If there was a god, the birds would be shooting us. Crows live to be 80, which is longer than human beings at the moment, because they're not stupid enough to spread the coronavirus. So like I said, if there was a god, which there isn't a god, because you know, the horrible diseases that affect good people prove there's no god. So you're a bit of a thick cunt if you actually believe that you know, all the things we've discovered in science. Oh yeah, but there still might be a god. What, between the Higgs boson particle and the fucking graviton particle at the quantum level? You fucking idiot. We all live in a not yellow submarine with big massive guns. We all live in a not yellow submarine. That was a shit film. I was watching that and the animation quality is rubbish. Most of the backgrounds are a solid colour, which is like a shit Amiga game. You know, there's no psychedelic clouds in the sky or anything. So perhaps I should have used the bombs there. I'm getting ahead of myself with the old unlimited doodads. Yeah. There we go. I think we just saved the world. Actually, speaking of that, I was watching Team America World Police the other day, and that's actually quite a funny film. Not funny because of the script or the voice acting, it's funny because of the puppets, and actually the models, like, you know, the jeeps tearing around the sets of Cairo and blowing things up. It's kind of like a real homage to, whatchamacallit, Thunderbirds. Camera placement now. So I mean, all things considered, if you actually like CABAL on the arcade, and for some reason you had a C64, you know, at the end of the 80s, apart from dealing with the depression of that, whilst your mate Osiris is, you know, taking delivery of his Mega Drive, you have to play CABAL. But I think you'd be happy in that situation. You won't be happy in general, but you won't be more unhappy after playing CABAL by Ocean. Not their shitty American release, which is as bad as Ikari stroke Ikari Warriors, NTSC US version. So is that something else? What the fuck is Okinawa? Because it says Operation something or other. Let's just go with this, right? Well, apparently this is 100%, so it must be a good game then. Yeah, I actually think a good game shouldn't have been cracked. I mean, you put Cinemaware in a position where they had to pick one of 3 possible CD formats. They went with the PC Engine CD-ROM, and they only did one CD-ROM game. It came from the desert, and the PC Engine, the way it does the colours, is not really suited for that kind of thing. Only the Amiga CD-TV could possibly have done it, probably with hand mode, maybe with you know, black sprite outlines, because you never use the extra 16 out of 32 colours if you use hand mode. So on the Amiga, you can actually have 8 sprites, all any colour you like, if you're using hand mode as your background. I don't think anyone's ever done that, and the problem with hand mode has always been when you split your you know, your software sprites, if you like, over the hand background, you're going to get fringing, and how do you avoid that? There is no simple way. I think I think the Amiga Kickstart ROMs will do their best, but you could get up to 4 pixels of fringing at 320 by 256. That's actually quite big pixels. Yes, unlimited, yes, unlimited shoots, unlimited bombs, yeah. And this is where it crashes, is it? So you could play it with a Neos mouse, and I do have a Neos mouse, but I don't think it's going to work on this particular surface anyway. Is that stupid status bar going to stay there like that? Okay, the controls are instantly more laggy. It's like they're only updating this, you know, this gun sight effectively, you know, 10 frames a second. It's terrible. There's too much lag going on. And if you're playing this on an LCD, you can add another second to that. So the reason this game is difficult is actually bad programming. Now the helicopters are much better, even if they are a bit blocky. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Like I said the other day, the end of level guy on Armalite, they should have just expanded all those sprites together. Who cares if it's blocky? They're fucking large, isn't it? You have to use what the C64 gives you. So, of course, they could have done it in background graphics, but yeah. So this is essentially the same sort of gameplay. The graphics are better. I think the soldiers were better in CABAL by Ocean, and this is by Ocean as well. So I'm curious to see what Operation Thunderbolt is like now. Yeah, minus 1 billion points for shooting the fit nurses. That's a bit sexist. I thought you got male nurses as well. So I don't know how they're doing it, but I do believe they're doing hardware horizontal scrolling with a vertical status bar. I can zoom the camera up a bit again. Bloody hell, coffee's nearly finished. Roll up is pretty much done. Ah, you're not supposed to shoot him. So yes, they've shortened the lifespan of human beings. All because they're too bored to stay at home, fucking cocksuckers. So as of Monday we're going to get some new rules. You know, police can enforce with fines. How about a smack around the fucking head with a truncheon? Never mind the fines, mate. They'll soon stop it if they get whacked on the head poll tax style. I think 6 people maximum, but you know what, you should go back to, you know, you shouldn't be allowed to mix with anyone, not from your household, until this shit goes away. The trouble is, this shit isn't going to go away now, because China probably thought, we got fucked with bird flu and swine flu, I think it's time to let the rest of the world share in our beautiful viruses. So they kept quiet about coronavirus on purpose. So, I mean, in every way, this is better than CABAL by Ocean. However, except for the one way, which it shouldn't be. And that's the fucking, you know, controlling your crosshairs to shoot everything. It's too laggy. That is not 50 frames per second. It felt 50 frames per second on CABAL, and it doesn't here. So it's a real shame. So it's a good thing that when I said, well, we've done Operation Wolf, don't need any more shit like this. Because I did say, unless Operation Wolf is shit, and if you look at the screenshots and gameplay footage, you probably think, it's not bad, what do you expect from a C64? I expect the fucking crosshairs to be 50 frames per second, because it's hardware sprites, mate. If the ZX81 had a VIC-2 chip shoved up its arse, even that could control a fucking set of sprites smoothly 50 frames per second. Yeah, I've seen enough, mate. That's the problem with that game. They've fucked up the controller inputs, so I don't think Operation Thunderbolt is on there. I didn't see Operation Thunderbolt. There was something called Okinawa. Let's have a quick look. If there's no Operation Thunderbolt, it is Operation Thunderbolt, I'm sure it is. But yeah, my mate really liked Operation Wolf on the Amiga. It's one of the first games he had on his Amiga 500, I seem to remember, although there was another one. Bad Dudes versus Dragon Ninja. Operation... Right, there's only 2 operations. So on this is Operation Thunderbolt, and it is that the adults only fun as far as retro gaming video reviews goes. There's nothing else in here, mate. If you was looking for adult fun of other varieties, you shit out of luck, mate. So let's see if they fixed the problem with Operation Wolf. Again, Operation Thunderbolt is by Ocean. So yeah, it's a bit like modern cars, right? If you do, assuming you can find one that you think doesn't look shit or have a fucking... Please go away. Please get the fuck out. I don't want to listen to your shit. If you want to impress me, go and fucking improve Outrun. Yeah, that's the thing. What was the other one? Oh, high score save. Yeah, I couldn't give a shit about that. Right. And F8 to start the game. Green light on the SD to IEC. Good, good. I probably should have stopped the camera and made another coffee. I don't really like cold black coffee because it does actually taste a bit like fag ash in a lukewarm water. In fact, if you're trying to quit smoking, you should actually have lukewarm black coffee a lot, and probably some nicotine patches. Yeah, actually I'm going to make a coffee. Screw you. And we're back. And you're probably thinking, fucking hell, I was having his third roll up after less than 25 minutes. Well, that wasn't quite the 2 second fucking break in recording there. Made my dinner, attempted to feed little Cuckoo her pepperami sticks. Not actually pepperami sticks, meat sticks for cats, whatever they're called. So this does actually support a mouse and a light gun. Actually, I don't think the other one supported a light gun. Yeah, see, you can't actually swap them around, so you're going to have to put it in port 1 anyway. Wonder why you can't use the Neos mouse for player 2. Ah well. Let's see if they've actually fixed anything. So Operation Wolf was fine in every way, above average, except for the fucking, you know, controller response time to the crosshairs. So now you don't even have a crosshair, and it's just as rubbish, but the graphics are better. So it seems like someone at Ocean said, nah, you can't give them graphics like this, mate, and make it playable. Look, mate, if you're going to improve the graphics, we have to make it even more annoying to play. Fucking Ocean. Ocean, you know, they did put out some good games, but boy, did they put out a lot of shit for the C64. And even when they're not, you know, really that shit, there's something wrong with them. They're not a brilliant company. In fact, I did have this idea for a sort of like video where it'd be like, you know, a bit like when Clarkson and May are talking about the worst car in the world, well, the worst car manufacturer and the best, based on who made the least number of shitty games, stroke cars, or the most number of truly great games. That'd be really interesting to do, actually. I think I'd enjoy that research. Well, I don't want to do it in a breakfast room, not like this, mate. Not like that. So obviously I'm not reviewing the actual difficulty level of these games. All I'm doing is checking out the coding quality, which from my point of view is the most important. If I want a badly coded or badly designed game. So now we do have a crosshair. What the fuck, what were they using the extra sprite for before? That's a bit weird. So this actually feels better now with the side scrolling bit. And they've obviously decided not to defy the laws of the VIC-2 graphic chip and put the fucking status panel horizontally underneath. That was a fucking stupid idea. You're scrolling left and right and you've done a vertical panel. Technically that's a bad idea, and from a design point of view it's a bad idea because you get to see less of the screen. I don't know if it's this level, but the graphics seem better on Operation Wolf so far. This is like fodder really. They're canon fodder. These types of games are just fodder. They're not going to enrich your life. It's not going to be like Memories of Playing Times of Law or something like that. Or even the porn. Damn it, I couldn't put in my joke about having the porn, a lot of porn on my computers. On all my computers. See, I can't even get that joke right. And you're going to think, oh yeah, porno on your hard drive, but I was actually talking about the adventure game, the porn. I even have a version for the Commodore 128. It was inside the box of my copy for the C64. And there's a disc that's labelled for Commodore 128, and in brackets it's actually got in C64 mode or whatever. So I presume that uses the the trick to get the extra 30% or whatever CPU speed for the parser. You blank out the screen once it's drawn the 200th a row of pixels on the bottom, and then the CPU can go into 2 MHz mode on the Commodore 128, even in C64 mode. But very few software companies did that. Now I've seen the porn for sale, and in the pictures I've never seen that disc. So I wonder if you had to send off for it from Magnetic Scrolls, because I don't have it in a couple of other Magnetic Scrolls adventures I have for the C64, and the porn was the first one they did. Yeah, I mean, I could say Cat in the Litter Tray shit game. I don't think it's shit. The first level was a bit choppy, when they're moving towards you in pseudo 3D. And there was no crosshair, but the crosshair comes back and it's a bit more responsive. I don't know why there's no crosshair on this bit, it really makes no sense. The graphics are actually quite nice. Okay, the roadside objects there are sort of Wet Le Mans levels of fucking screen update. It's not great. Certainly no Turbo Outrun or even Chris Butler's first 2.5D sort of thing, but they do the job. The actual things you've got to shoot are quite nice, the mountains are nice. Sky's fucking turquoise again, goddamn idiots. Although that could actually be, if they're using character mode in a certain way, in multicolour, that you can't actually have light blue, you can only have blue, turquoise, the first 8 colours, so the primary colours basically. Wow, there's a lot of bits missing there. These must be Skoda tanks, isn't it? Oh, BMW used to make engines for the Luftwaffe, did you know that? For the airplanes. That's what the BMW logo is. It's a white propeller on a blue sky. You didn't know that, did you? And it never used to be called BMW because they weren't based in, is it Irish? They were somewhere else, so it would have been EMW actually before the Second World War, I think. Not that that's on Wikipedia, but hey, I'm not a millennial, so I do actually believe things from before Wikipedia existed, before the internet existed. I read it in an actual car magazine. So it's a bit of a mixed bag actually. I think the original Operation Wolf graphics are actually not that bad. But the control is horrendous. Now maybe it's better with mouse, but if they're only checking for controller input like once every 10 frames or 8 frames, it's going to be shit anyway, whatever you use. Now obviously you could have had a game like Operation Wolf in the 70s, you just have 2 paddle controllers, one for left and right, and one for up and down. And where's my WD-40? God damn you! This joystick needs WD-40 and I don't know where it is. So it's not bad, the music's alright. There's a lot of grey going on with the graphics, I don't like that. That's the thing, when you don't want them to use fucking brown, they use it. And when you do want them to use brown, they fucking use grey. There's no reason why the floor should be grey. Unless they've literally run out of colours, but hang on a minute. Yellow, brown, grey, black, green. No, there's more than 4 colours on the background. So there's no reason why they couldn't have done the floor like yellow, orange, brown, whatever. And then they could have done the soldiers in like, I don't know, brown and green instead of like brown and orange. I don't know what the fuck they're doing there. Actually, I think it's just brown and pink and black. So the sprite's all right. I mean, that's probably not really the era that you'd be happy to have a C64 if I'm honest. The golden era of the C64 is really early to mid 80s. You know, some of the best games are out already in 1983. Manic Miner for the C64, Beachhead, Blue Max, these are all 83, 84 games. And they're better than this shit. And that's the problem. Now, as smooth as this is, and as much as the shit in the litter tray that one of them done like 5 minutes ago is now starting to smell a bit. So this review is going to be cut short any minute now. Don't shoot the dweeb, innit? So I don't know if you should have this or CABAL really, ocean version obviously. It's a very tough choice actually. And if you had to have a C64, and my best friend's girlfriend, she had a C64 in 1990 or whatever. Because I remember her telling me that she played Golden Axe as a kid. They didn't have anything else. It was just the C64. It was like, it's either that or fuck all, I guess. So has it crashed? What's going on here? Something's going on here. The program has obviously detected that I am cheating and it's a sore loser. So it's cup of tea time for me and end of... Oh! So now the sound has gone. the hell's going on there? Why is there no sound now? That's him getting me, that is. I've got to get a headshot. What's going on with this? Penis shot. What's going on, man? Look, mate, your energy's not going down. My energy's not going down. It's a bit of a stalemate here. Nah, I should have got him by now. I'm sure it's space for grenades. Maybe you don't have grenades on this version? No, I can see them there. Commodore key, shift keys, return key, B for bomb. Now, end of review. Oh well.